Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as we get right back to it in the third quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Aikman double nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Back him up.
Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and, again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, baby, boom!
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now it's Aikman. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 11. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Now Aikman on first down. And this one's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. It's Aikman. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. Aikman will throw. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Aikman. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Touchdown, Vikings! Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
Here's Aikman setting to throw it, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll go to Barkley again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. To throw is Aikman. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. A handoff to Barkley. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Rashaan Evans on the tackle.
57, Mike 57.
You're trapped. Second and 9.
Second and 9 now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's third down. The Panthers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third and 9. He'll look to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Now, he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Now,
oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Other way, let's go.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the drive starts with a completion left side. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Taking a shot for Samuel. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken it around the 40. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime,
Let's go!
that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Now it's Barkley.
I got you, boy.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs, they give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Again, it's Barkley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defensive field position.
Yeah. Mike 58, right there. Rip right, rip right. Hit it.
On first down, Dickerson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Ready. 70, Indy. Let him know. 5.
Right back to him on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is.